Our mother, our mother-in-law, like my mother-in-law, I call her mummy. You know, for me, it doesn't even, I won't even think in my mind that it should be anything else.
Yeah.
One of my friends was like, oh, you know, so me, Janet and Lucy went out. And I was like, you, Janet, who?
As in her mother-in-law?
Her mother-in-law.
Oh,
So her mother-in-law is Janet.
okay.
Lucy's her whoever, but she calls her mother-in-law.
The first name.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
Janet.
see, that's the thing, like in African culture, that can't run.
At all.
And the thing is, I think with Nigerian culture, it's different because you guys will probably say mummy, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't want to generalize, but I feel like for the Ghanaians that I know, most of the time we wouldn't say mummy. Maybe we'll say like Mama Julie, like mama, and then the person's name.
Right.
Or maybe auntie, but auntie maybe not. Yeah, more on the
Just-
mama side. Yeah, more on the mama side and add the name.
Right.
As opposed to mummy, because it's kind of like that's not my mum though. So.
Yeah, I get you. But these are things like, it's like your partner, your spouse to be or whoever has to carry you along.
Oh yeah, of course.
Has to kind
They
of
have
give
to fill you in.
Yeah, they have to
They
fill
have to
you
fill
in.
you in.
They
Which
have
has this
to
thing with carry
along.
Yeah,
so-
just pretend that you didn't hear. Hey everyone.
Hi guys.
Oh, actually no. Hi OC family. That sounds better, yeah.
Yeah. So today we're going to talk about something that for me is actually pretty funny. Like I like this topic because it's quite dear to me. We're talking about culture and relationships. So we've been talking about what women want,
Yes.
what men want.
Yeah.
But I think this dynamic of like understanding how relationship and culture meet. So
Okay.
like if you obviously like a Nigerian and a Ghanaian person
Yeah.
get together, how would they, you know, fuse their relationship with culture involved?
Okay.
But obviously, like if you're meeting, if you've married a person of the same country as you, you know, you'd flow nicely.
Yeah.
So in Nigeria, first of all, when you tell your mum that you've met someone or your dad, what's the first thing they're gonna ask you?
Where's he from?
Where's he from?
Yeah.
Next thing,
What does he do?
what does he do?
Yeah.
Next thing,
Oh.
does he go to church?
Oh, okay. I was going to say have children, but yeah, that's a good one too.
So like for us, I think our culture is solely embedded on like, what does he do? First of all, does he go to church? Those two things are like paramount because we know that the basis of life can literally make or break.
Yeah,
with-
because of those two things, right?
yeah, like you go, oh mum, he's a dancer.
You yourself, you can't even be a dancer. So imagine now him. I mean, that one is problematic in itself.
What is all the English, American, whatever accents you have will fly out the window.
Yeah.
He's a what?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Why? But I love him. He's a I mean,
What's love got to do with it?
that doesn't make anything in our culture because
Yeah.
make any sense. Sorry, in our culture because it's like our parents want to know that we're settled, we're looked after, and not just that we are, you know, with someone who understands the foundation of being a Christian. Christ is, you know, the reason for it all. Really,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
That's
So.
true.
I think that's the first thing that literally when I was looking into culture, I just thought that's so hilarious because
Yeah.
it's like you can't just go and now bring a dancer into the family and be like,
I mean, you can try.
you
but
can try.
I don't know.
Please just let us know how it goes.
maybe for you, yeah, you're a bit lucky that you can do that. But I mean,
Yeah.
most African households,
You don't do that. No.
Yeah.
Because it's like culture it defines us. It is so it's part and parcel of who we are. It's much bigger than like, oh, you know, the foods you eat and the outfits you wear. It's your mannerisms,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
respect.
yeah, morals even,
Exactly.
viewpoints as
all
well,
of
like
those things.
perspective. Yeah,
Absolutely. It's all embedded in culture. So, you know, for example, now, like, we were even talking about our mother-in-law. Like, my mother-in-law, I call her mummy. You know, for me, it doesn't even, I won't even think in my mind that it should be anything else.
Yeah.
One of my friends was like, oh, you know, so me, Janet and Lucy went out. And I was like, you, Janet, who?
As in her mother-in-law.
Her mother-in-law.
Oh,
So her mother-in-law is Janet.
okay.
Lucy's her whoever, but she calls her
Her
mother-in-law.
mother, the first name.
Yeah,
Yeah. You
Janet.
see, that's the thing. Like in African culture, that can't run.
At all.
And the thing is, I think with Nigerian culture, it's different because you guys will probably say mummy, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to generalize, but I feel like for the Ghanaians that I know, most of the time we wouldn't say mummy. Maybe we'll say like Mama Julie, like mama, and then the person's name.
Right.
Or maybe auntie, but auntie might, maybe not. Yeah, more on the
Just-
mama side. Yeah, more on the mama side and add the name.
Right.
As opposed to mummy, because it's kind of like that's not my mum though. So.
Yeah, I get you. But these are things like, it's like your partner, your spouse to be or whoever
Yeah.
has to carry you along.
Oh yeah, of course.
Has to kind
They
of
have to
give
fill you in.
Yeah, they have to
They
fill
have to
you
fill
in.
you in.
They
Which
have
has the
to
thing with carry along.
Yeah, so-
just pretend that you didn't hear that. But yes, fill you in. Yeah, of course, because you don't want to be with someone, right, who doesn't give you any heads up. And like, for example, I know in Yoruba culture, there's the bowing, right?
Right.
Imagine now, I'm Ghanaian. No, yeah, like how would it work? It works for the men, isn't it? So imagine now, a Yoruba girl and a Yoruba, actually, a Yoruba girl
Right.
and maybe a white guy get together.
Yeah.
And he obviously doesn't know about the bowing, but it's her duty to inform him that like respect is a big thing in our culture. So
Absolutely.
even though, you may not be comfortable with it, my parents kind of would expect you to know that you need to bow to, show respect and
Absolutely.
show like what's the word, I guess? Respect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, but do you know that legit there's a story about not being, one of my friends was not informed about that
Oh gosh.
she's not even the fiance or she's just a friend. So my friend's friend was getting married.
Okay.
So they all came to the house, and so my friend said to the girl's mum, "Oh, hello," and
The girl's mom's Nigerian.
the girl's mom's Nigerian, and she
Okay.
received the cussing out of her life.
Seriously?
Yes. Like, who are you saying hello? You have to bow. Is this how you want to go to your husband's house?
Ay.
Like that? Because obviously my friend's Nigerian as well. Like, is this how your home training?
As in, so the lady told your friend who's a woman off because
Yeah.
she didn't do the woman version.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. So the thing about it, but then you'd blame the girl for not informing. Like, you can't just come up in my house and just say,
like as
"Hi."
if we're friends and then I don't inform you, right? Oh no, actually you're
Absolutely.
Nigerian, so if we're friends and you don't inform me,
Yeah.
that's stuff like that
Yeah.
can't run with me.
But this is- you
that's
see, this is-
bad.
this
That's
is-
bad. But then do you know what? I guess you would kind of say, right? Then the onus is on you because maybe
Absolutely.
you don't love your culture enough to teach me that.
Well, is it a case of you don't love it or you not even aware of the culture enough?
The two. The two. Maybe you don't love it enough and you're not aware. Because if you're aware, why would you not tell me? That's quite rude.
Yeah.
Like, that's horrible.
And that's a friendship that's now fallen apart because
I'm not
obviously,
surprised.
the humiliation.
Yeah.
So everyone else had to learn from that one being told off. Like, if you think the rest of you are gonna come and wave hello to me, everyone had to start.
Nah, that's not
bowing.
nice. And I'm sure that in that instance as well, the friend didn't even explain to her mum I didn't let her know.
Yeah.
She wouldn't know.
No, she wouldn't
She
have.
wouldn't
She
know.
wouldn't have.
She
She
wouldn't know,
wouldn't
which is horrible. You don't do that, especially not to your friend, and let alone even the love of your life, you'll say, or
But you see, this is why I'm saying like culture is it's massive.
Yeah,
It's a huge deal.
It's big.
It's so huge. Like, so I'm married, and when you have a baby, your mother. So my mum had to come and stay with us.
Okay.
For a couple of months.
Okay.
Now, if you don't let's say you now marry someone who's, Caucasian or whatever,
Okay.
and doesn't understand that your mother-in-law is literally coming with suitcases and they're
Yeah.
ready to stay for months, you'd be thinking, well, why? How long is she going to be here for? She's here for as long as she needs, So as long as I need her. And she could be there for months. My mum was with us for, I think, 3 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And even then, as she was leaving, I was still weeping like,
That
you
she's
don't have to
going.
go.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you don't inform your partner beforehand, I even think that this is a conversation that people should have before they even get together, because it's all good and well you saying it when you're together, but when you're in that situation, would you have made the same choice? Would you have actually said, you know what, I will marry you again or date you again, you know, because it's a huge deal. There's so much that's involved in getting to know me. You're not just getting to know me, you're getting
That's
to
it.
know
That's
the
it.
whole of my life,
Yes.
my country,
Yeah.
everything.
It's almost like I was having this conversation with another friend actually. Like, you know, when you meet someone, you're not just getting to know them, but you're getting to know their family, their friends, their entire community. So you're not just marrying them alone, like you're marrying
Exactly.
everyone. So you need to get along with everyone, you know.
Everyone.
Or at least be cordial with everyone.
And everyone has a piece of you. Like, if you came to dinner at, let's say we were in Nigeria or something like that, one of my aunties, you know, you come to dinner, there's no like, oh, let's have mercy for you because you don't know. Like, you are fresh, prime meat for everybody. So you better know that if you're using a fork to eat that one, they'll be looking at you like, really?
But you know what? I guess it depends on like the family as well, because, you know, not everyone, I know what you're saying. Some people are really like on this, like, you know, it has to be done this way, but some people's parents or families are a little more lenient. So it's kind of like you have to find, I think you just have to communicate a lot and kind of ask your partner, like, what are your family like? Like, are they people that are really big on the culture, you know, your culture, or like the morals within your culture or something like that, you know? Because, for example, now, if I went out with someone who isn't Ghanaian or isn't even African, they may not know, like, calling my mum auntie or my dad uncle, kind of, they may just rock up and start calling them their first names.
Yeah.
And that already is trouble, you know? But unless they either ask or I tell them, then how would they know?
Yeah, and that's another reason why understanding the person that you're dating, you know, so if you know that, let's say your partner is very quiet, they don't talk a lot, you would know within yourself to probe, like, listen, we're going to see your auntie today. Is there anything you need to, you know, because you don't want any surprises. And best believe there are so many families out there, like you were saying, that are outspoken, that will humiliate you there and then. I mean, we're not trying to scare you or anything like that, but it's the truth, you know. Like, one of my my friends, like, I have fresh stories for, like, so culture is a big deal. One of my friends was dating a Nigerian guy, but just a different language. So we're Igbos, they were Yorubas.
Okay.
And she didn't realize that getting into that family, they don't speak, they speak English, but when the minute they get together, like,
they just speak Yoruba.
It's just plain. So she was just sat there
But stuff like that's not nice. Okay, what happened?
Well, they're not together anymore, but obviously it was compounding from that to, you know, because you just feel like you can't trust that person.
Yeah.
You feel like they can sell you.
Also,
you know.
sell you, you know, this Joseph. Joseph and his brother as well. But you know what, though? I feel like as well the family are kind of to blame for that, because... Or maybe even the guy. I don't know. Maybe the guy didn't tell his family enough. Like, listen, you know, Jenny is here. When Jenny's around, please try and speak English.
Yeah.
You
but
know?
She should fight for it as well, because I've been in situations where it's like, you know, I have to say, English, please.
Yeah,
English,
both ways.
please.
But I mean, come on, she's new to the family. She can't really be saying English, please, all the time.
True.
It's him that has to say it. And if anything as well, I feel like, again, the family should kind of be should be nice and kind enough to want to not have that language barrier for her. Like, if they love, I'm not saying they didn't, but, you know, if you love someone, you want to do whatever you can to make them feel accepted,
to feel comfortable.
welcome. It's all about community. So at the end of the day, they also should be able to say, oh, guys, Jenny's here.
Yeah.
We forgot, sorry. And then speak English.
Yeah.
Not every day you're about, hey, please.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, I think you're so right in terms of, like, he should definitely step up.
Try that
well,
with
whoever
me.
is in the minority, you know.
That could never be me.
So what would you do?
Me. What will I do? Well, I will have the conversation with him and tell him, like, you know, you need to do something about it. And if it continues on, I probably will not continue with that relationship as well.
Yeah.
I'll be like the two of them.
Yeah, because it's very selfish.
It's so selfish, because I would never do that. Imagine you, Uche, as my friend, you're Nigerian and you come to my house, we're all speaking Tree all the time. You would not like that at all.
Like
You'll
it.
just be like, oh, Steph, what did your mom say? Don't worry, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Nah.
And these times you probably feel like she's talking about you.
Yeah, let alone someone that I'm going to marry.
Yeah.
So when we have kids, how will it be as well?
Well, you would always be the minority, because the child would learn, the children would learn.
See?
You know? Yeah, it's a lot. I think that people don't understand the magnitude of culture. Like you're all swept up in the moment
Yeah,
of
it's
love
true.
and da da da
It's
da
true.
da. Until you get into that family, then that's when you will see how big the culture actually truly is.
Yeah.
You know, you may see snippets of it from that person.
Yeah.
But once you get into the family, brothers and sisters, especially when
And you're
it comes,
interacting as well, right? Yeah.
that's when you see the big deal. Like for us, we are a big family. Like we all speak English, you know, that's predominantly. But I think one thing with us is that everyone's fresh game. You know, like there is no, oh, she's new or he's new, so we're just gonna take it easy.
Okay.
It's just like,
okay.
what are you doing? Why are you still sitting there looking? And you know, that can be quite frightening.
Yes.
And we don't actually
Yes.
see that.
Yeah.
We don't see that.
Yeah.
We warn that person.
Yeah.
I'm actually the warner.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's good. At least
I'm
there's
the
someone
warner.
who does that. Yeah.
I'm the
because
warner.
there has to be one person in
There
the
has to be
family
one
that will
person.
give someone the heads up, right?
Yeah. And then my brother teases me. He's like, oh, Richard, she's always trying to be nice to everyone. Like, I'm the warner. So I'm always like, listen, it's going to be loud. It's going to be this. It's going to be that. You know, this is just us. Don't be frightened. Come back tomorrow.
Yeah,
you know?
don't be scared away.
Don't
But
be
that's
scared.
good though, and I feel like every family needs that because you're right in the sense that every family's different. Like some people really, like some families are really like they banter a lot,
Yeah.
so they may throw shade in the banter, but you may think, like, okay, but that's how they are. And then
Yeah.
there's some people or some families, should I say, where they're very serious. They don't laugh. You know, when you go there, they're all very serious. Like, okay, you sit there, you
Yeah.
know. But unless your partner like gives you the heads up,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just going to be too tough. So, like you said, it is important to like be aware of the family that you're getting into,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
the dynamic,
And
how they
dynamic.
interact, their culture. Yeah.
Even in a religious sense, because
No.
like for us, whenever we meet, we pray. So before the banter and the loudness comes, the first thing we do before we eat, we sit, we
Okay.
stand together. We,
And
you know,
pray.
my dad will assign someone to pray.
Okay.
That is like you can't miss that.
Okay.
You know, so imagine someone now coming in, they don't know how to say grace and all that. They would be feeling like. But anyway, it's not possible that someone will come to my house and not know how to say grace. But you get what I mean, like. You know, you have to prepare people because, you know, if this is something that they're going to see, it's a recurring theme.
Yeah.
You know, the last thing you want is, like you were saying earlier, is for someone to feel left out because that's like, do you love, you should love me enough to want to carry me along. Sorry, I just can't.
To fill me in.
To fill me
To fill me in.
in.
It's true. No, it's true. I agree. I think as well, one thing that we were thought about was Meghan and Harry, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Their dynamic, right? You were saying that.
Yeah, they're dynamic. So, like, obviously, Meghan not being a royal, she would have had to go to etiquette school and all that kind of stuff, to know how to sit, know how to hold her bag. But there was this thing that was saying that, you know, with the national anthem, she didn't know the British national anthem.
Okay.
So she had to learn it herself. So it's like, but whose role was it to tell
Tell
you,
her.
you know, obviously he should have said to her, we're coming into the country,
Yeah.
you need to learn it.
Yeah.
But then is she waiting for it's like there should be an element of the onus should fall on you to some extent to know that I'm marrying outside my culture. I'm marrying outside anything I understand. So let me
Do my research, right?
research to the best of my knowledge.
Okay.
And then, you know, you now will fill in the gaps. And, you know,
Yeah.
buffer it. There's a skeleton and then you put the flesh on it. You know? Yeah.
But yeah, no, okay, yeah, I hear you when you say that because I think that's true. It's almost like a bit like common sense. Like you should kind of know, like, you know, that this is going to be new territory. So you should kind of even be asking your partner, like in that instance, maybe like, oh, like Harry, like, you know, do they do things this way, blah, 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 blah. But I do definitely think that like, you know, the partner, Harry, would have a role to play. Like,
Absolutely.
like Meghan, you know,
Yeah.
this is how my grandma is, like, you know.
Yeah, that's how my grandma
You know, this is how my mom, my dad, you know, just things like that.
Yeah. There's a lot that falls on you know each person within the relationship.
Yeah.
Let the truth be known is that
Both people, right?
both people are in play because okay, you're going into my family and you have to learn my culture, but I need to learn your culture as well because you know if I'm marrying someone from like you know Senegal or something, I need to know that what's the greeting like. You know when I see them, do I shake her hand or you know because it can break the relationship.
Yeah. But I think, funnily enough, actually, people don't see it that way, isn't
No.
it? They just think maybe it's just like, oh, he or she is not like showing respect to my family.
exactly.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they don't know his culture.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing because you know people confuse culture with personality. It's not my personality. Like I'm not bothered about this, but it is respect
for the other person,
yes,
right? Or for that,
it's the heritage.
Yes,
this is who I am.
That's true.
So it's
that's
got
true.
nothing to do with whether I'm,
I'm
an
cool with it or not.
yeah. No, this is just,
It's true.
and also if you want my parents to like you,
that's what I was
you
going to say
better
as
be
well.
on
Because
side.
exactly, because to me it's a bit funny if someone was to say like, oh, it's not in my personality to do that. Like it's got nothing to do with personality. It's more so you just wanting to win my family over, isn't it? And also it's more so you just wanting to be embraced and like part of the community. I don't know, like if you love me, why would it be so difficult? That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Why would it be like to bow down? Like really, we don't do that in Ghanaian culture anyway. But I'm just saying, like imagine if that was
we don't do that in Igbo culture. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's true actually. Yeah, no, that's true. But it's true though, isn't it? Like, what's the big deal kind of thing?
No, it's not a big deal.
I don't know. It's not.
a big deal.
It's not a big deal for someone to sit down and say, no, I'm not doing it. Hey, okay.
But I love culture though.
Oh yeah.
I have to say that there's nothing. I love culture so much because it's different. It's fresh. It's new, and it's like it separates you from everyone else. Like just the whole mummy thing, or even auntie. I don't know about you guys, but like. We've got loads of aunties. Everybody is an auntie.
Oh, yeah,
my colleagues will say to me like, oh, so is that your mum's sister? And I'm just like, it's my auntie. Don't worry about it.
None of the above.
Is it your aunt twice removed? I'm like, you can remove that person a million times.
She's still going to be
my auntie.
Yeah, it's true.
That's the culture. That's who we are. And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It was, the food, the clothes, everything, all of those things are lovely. But I think the culture really just sets us apart and homes in on the respect of who we are. We're very homely people.
I think it's all to do with your identity almost. It's part of you. So I mean, it's so important to be with someone who wants to learn, I think, and understand. Yeah, because it's one thing to say, oh yeah, that's nice, but then are they willing to learn?
Yeah, until they're thrown into my family, and then you will be willing to learn
by force.
By force. But anyway, I would love to know where you guys are from. Like, have you experienced any culture clashes, culture issues, or like culture embrace? I think it would be lovely to kind of get a bit more insight, especially if you are like Japanese, Chinese.
Yeah, because I'm sure you guys are from all over the world, right? People who watch our videos.
Exactly.
So it'll be nice to hear from you guys. Like, what have been your experiences with culture? Have there been any culture clashes?
Yes.
Has it gone smoothly? Let us know in the comment section below.
Yeah, but in the meantime, please share.
Yes.
Like.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Yes.
Share.
Yes.
Like.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Exactly.
And what else?
That's it. And be back next time, okay?
Yes.
We'll be back soon.
We'll see you soon.
Bye. Okay, so Uche, what actually makes